Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Wow, that lighting is off. Welcome. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I thought we'd look at the charts really quickly now that Jupiter has gone direct. Um, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium. Love astrology. Astrology is like one of my passions. Um, And so I do a lot of astrology on here. I do mediumship and tarot and all of that other stuff, herbology as an herbalist. Do all of that in my membership. By the way, thank you so much. It's let me get their names because I had two brand new members. It's Araceli and Shirley, and I don't know if Shirley is Shawnee. But thank you so much for joining our membership. Which, hey, hi, Polly. So thank you so much for joining. And for those of you that are already in the membership, um, we're reading a book. We started it. We started the second book because it's a series. We started the second book last night. It was so cool. Um, anyway, we're having a lot of fun over there. But that's if you're interested in the tarot and the mediumship and the hypnosis and all of that other stuff. I'm doing that on my membership. So here we're doing astrology, which is just as good. It's just sometimes people like one thing more than the other. Yeah, isn't that book good? She's cute in her writing. Like it's not deep and it's not like it's just a nice, cute little witchy fantasy book, right? For people our age, not the young. There's nothing wrong with the young. I'm just saying there's not enough books for people our age in that genre, and I love that. So I'm not going to stay on here very long. I just want to get on. I'm going to start doing these, maybe start doing these dailies where I just come on for 15, 20 minutes, kind of give you guys the energy. Yeah, it is easy to enjoy. So, let's talk about today's energy. Today is February 5th. Jupiter has gone direct and Venus has moved into Aries, right? So, Venus in Aries, she's in her shadow at 10 degrees. Look, right there. At 10 degrees, she is going to retrograde, right? So, we have a couple weeks, a week or so before she retrogrades. And so right now is what we call the shadow. The shadow is where you really want to pay attention because she's sort of talking within you, saying, pay attention. Are you nurturing yourself? Are you, and this is Aries. This is me. This is like my identity, right? Leo is more of look at what I do, right? And Aries is my identity, that I am, right? So who am I, right? And so Venus is saying, are you being true to the world about who you are? When you're getting angry, are you honoring that? When you're getting scared, are you honoring that? Who am I, right? And so as Venus, because she is the beauty, she is the planet of beauty and love and money and things. Um, People often like make that what Venus is, but Venus is much more than that. Venus is about have I put my boundaries? Have I nurtured myself? Have I loved myself? Because that's how you attract what you want is to be good with you, right? So there are some things in this shadow period right now that Venus is wanting you to look at. Now, you're going to be getting things. You're going to be getting things because Neptune is right on that north node. That's our destiny. That's our destiny. It's transiting to Pisces right now. Some of us are about to have our nodal return or are on our nodal return. Um, and I've done a video about that where I've gone into the nodes and our destiny and our fate. It's fate, right? So right now it's trining Mars. Mars and Venus have a relationship almost, but it's the relationship within you. Mars protects Venus, Venus nurtures Mars, right? So, are you nurturing? The reason I'm saying to pay attention to Venus right now is because when she goes to retrograde, she is going to be going back through here, right? And so whatever it is that you're not nurturing about yourself, or the gifts that you do get, what are you doing with them? That's all going to come back around. Relationships, about who you are and who you are with other people, on my identity, right? Hi, Karina. So, but also she is sextile to Jupiter, right? And this is about to be a Kazemi, right? So the sun, there's a message here. All this is going on this week, right? But there's a message here with the sun and Mercury coming to you, okay? Bringing that, because it's Jupiter. So there is a message. And the way that I know that the universe works, and I don't know everything, but the way that I know that the universe works, this is something that we had been working on. I haven't done the Jupiter, I haven't done the Jupiter direct video yet, because I'm in the Pluto series right now. But the Jupiter direct is what were we doing? So think about what you're doing August 19th, December 24th, because that's Jupiter and Saturn. I mean, yeah, Jupiter and Saturn. That's this long standing foundational dream that we're trying to get to, right? Well, now that Jupiter has gone direct, this house again is going to expand. So I know that you guys were getting stuff in August. I know that it was a little bit harder in December, but things came through. This is all tweaking what you were wanting to do. And with Jupiter going direct now Jupiter and Saturn are going to be direct, right? Until they meet one more time in a square, right? And I'll do that video. But for right now, Jupiter being direct is going to expand that house of Gemini for each one of you, right? So if you are an Aries rising, it is in your third house, right? So your third house, the communication, the neighbors, the daily grind, the short term. This is the third house is like the lower mind. It's the everyday things that we research, that we um delve into, the communication, right? So this is going to be in your third house, Aries, with Jupiter going direct. Okay, so this house is going to expand. It's been expanding, but it is now going to go forward with the things that were coming to you around July, August, but it really is part of the bigger picture and dream from December 2020. Okay, so I have a video on that. You do want to go look at that because this has to do with Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Pluto, like it's and Mars, right? So Mars is over here. There's something over here with Mars and a gift that's coming with Mars and Saturn. The hard work that you've been doing. And with Jupiter being direct, it's coming through. Okay. So this week, be expecting that, right? Be expecting that. Now, if you're a Taurus, this is your second house. So money's going to start coming through. We already know that, right? So money's going to start coming through, especially if you've been working hard on something or working diligently or really being straightforward with yourself, not just with everybody else, but with yourself about which direction you wanted to go with this from the 2020 dream. That sort of 2020 dream is in the background forming. It has been forming. It's going to continue to form. It is not going to resolve until June 15th, okay, or around that time. Now you're going to be really, really clear, okay? So, Taurus, if you're Taurus ascending, I look at it from the ascending, but you can look at it from the sun and the moon. I look at it from the ascending because that's the physical stuff. That's your body. That's what comes through, right? Doesn't mean it won't come through in your sun or your moon. It'll be felt more on an emotional level in your moon, and it'll be felt on an egoistic level, through your sun. So like, woo, I got that. Yes, I am the best. Da da da. Doesn't mean you'll get something and then it'll be like that, right? So, Taurus ascending. If you're Taurus ascending, it's in your third house. I mean, your second house. There's something that's coming to you that you have been, and this is in the background, this is the bigger picture, that you have been working on since 2020. So I say working on since 2020, the idea came in 2020. That's where you kind of directed it. Then it kind of came through some where you could actually see it opening up and things were coming to you and oh my god, I really can have this dream, right? It was something that you probably didn't remember from 2020. That happened in August. And then in by December, we were like, what happened? Like we got it. We were things were happening. It's because they went retrograde. It's because we're still forming. It's almost like Saturn, the universe, the planets are saying, okay, we gave you a little bit of what you want. Now tell us which way to go with it. Which one do you want? Or do you want more than one? You know, which one do you want to unfold for you? Right? Now that Jupiter is direct, you should be getting something. And then you should be getting some news too. So on a global scale, on a societal scale, we're going to see this is about to go Kazemi, which they're going to be exact, right? That is news. But we also have this Neptune with the North Node. That is fate. That's destiny. With Saturn and Mars, it's about keeping those boundaries, doing the work, continue it. Like when you get the gift, what are you going to do with it? Sit on it, be nervous, and not make a choice because you don't want to let it go? Or are you going to live life and have it unfold and let it do its thing and you live in it, right? Like getting over our fears. I want you to be bold. Venus is here to help. Venus is like with Aries. Be bold. My Venus is in Aries, right? I'm about to have my Venus return later on this year, but my Venus is in Aries. The Venus Aries people are like bold. Like I've told y'all, I don't have a partner. I don't date or anything because I don't want to. But if I do, I will, and I'll let them know, and I know how to let them know and then back off and be a woman, right? That's a Venus and Aries, very bold, very straightforward, very like they get what they want. Um, and Venus being the woman, that's why I'm saying the woman. It's that female boss energy, right? That's what Venus in Aries is wanting you to be right now. But it wants you to pay attention. It also, but you know, we can also be too bold. We can be too bold too much, right? Like we can be for some people, we can be too straightforward, right? Like I'll give you an example since we're talking about dating. I will let somebody know immediately whether this is going to be a plaything, whether I'm going to take it serious, whether I'm just watching, whether like I'm very straightforward, right? I know not a lot of people are that way, but Venus and Aries are people that are really straightforward. They'll let you know what they want when they want it, and if you're not doing it, then they'll let you know. And then they'll walk away if they don't want to. If you're not doing it, or if they don't feel like you're a right match, we'll walk away. Like it's Venus and Aries, but we can be too much. Somebody may not be prepared for all that truth, right? So sometimes you have to back off. Sometimes you have to like calm down. Sometimes you have to deliver it a different way, right? That's Venus and Aries. So um, this is what the reason I'm saying all this to you is because I want you to like pay attention. Are you being too much for that person? The people that are around you, are you telling it too straightforward? Like I've had to learn over the years to be better at delivering the information, right? Because I have a Saggy moon that's really straightforward, and I have a Venus and Aries that's really straightforward, right? So I have to learn to like calm that down, curtail that. Sometimes it's too much for people. Sometimes it's too much. And I'm talking about in relationships. I'm not talking about you being you. Okay. If that's who you, and then I've just learned I am me. When I'm dating, I'm just going to well, I always do. I'm just very straightforward to tell the truth. You can't handle it. You can't handle me, and we're not meant to be. Period. The end. There's always somebody, there's 8 billion people on this planet. There is a match for me if I want one. Just like there's a match for you guys if you want one, right? That's kind of Venus and Aries. But as Venus is shadowing, and with me too, she's having me re-look in my second house. Are you understanding your value? Are you understanding that you have a place in this world? Are you nurturing yourself? Are you loving yourself? Are you having compassion for yourself? Are you having compassion and understanding and loving for other people without trying to fix them and save them? Right? That's all Venus in the shadow period of Aries, of defining who you are. Okay. So I know that you guys have been working on that, but just pay attention because she's going to come back around and go back here into Pisces. Okay. So Venus, again, second house for you guys, um, for Jupiter, sorry. For Jupiter, it will be in your second house. Gemini, this is your first house. Okay. Now, every time Jupiter goes in a house, it expands that house, especially if Jupiter goes into your house of ascending. Okay, so you have to be really careful. Don't be hard on yourself if you're gaining weight, if you don't look the way you want to. It's because you're being jolly. You're getting a chance from the universe to be happy and jolly and relaxed and settled. And that sometimes we have to like watch um our body where we overindulge. Okay. That's Venus when it's in, I mean, that's Jupiter when it's in your first house. Okay. Second, so if Jupiter, so this house of yours is expanding. It has been in retrograde because you had to figure some stuff out. Now that it's open again, now that it's um, direct again, those things that you had been working on and the idea came in 2020, that's going to start moving forward and you have a gift and you have some news. Okay. Cancer, that would be in your 12th house, right? So, Cancer, probably in while it went retrograde, you were probably really starting to like isolate maybe a little bit and wanting to like figure it out, whatever it was for you about how to do this. Um, Honestly, it was about you trying to be truthful with yourself, right? And so now that it's gone direct, this house is going to expand. So, really, because it's in your 12th house, Cancer, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Gemini, pay attention to your dream. Even though it's in your first house, Gemini, you are so psychic and intuitive that I mean, like these three are psychic intuitive that a lot of people don't recognize, but you are. You're very psychic. So pay attention. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the numbers. Pay attention. Cancer, this North Node and the North Node and Venus, I mean Venus, Neptune, they're right at the 28 degree. That's your degree, Cancer. That's the intuitive, nurturing degree. So pay attention, especially to your dreams right now, Cancer, um, and put into practice what you were starting or figuring out in while it was retrograde. But you as well, you have it coming in a fun way. So you have your gift or your news or whatever coming in a fun way. It's almost like you have no idea that it's coming. Like you're like, which one? What is it? What is it? Let me think about how, let me feel what's going, and it's a surprise kind of thing for you. So that's kind of cool. Um, and then Leo, this is in your 11th house. So it looks like you're going to be, for right now, you probably already started being really social, right? You were probably being a little bit antisocial during this time, but you're going to find you got new groups coming. You've had some. You had to like rethink about whether you wanted to have continue these groups, continue this networking, continue this. But this is really, you have some good groups coming. You have some good, and groups can be two people. You have good friends. You have good networking. You've got good opportunity coming, but you have a gift coming in here. Okay? So congratulations, Leo. I know y'all have had it hard. Um, and then Virgo, this is going to be your 10th house. Oh, y'all are really expanding yourself here. This is that dream that y'all thought about in 2020 and then tried not to overthink it. But whatever was happening in August, I feel like moves forward. This is much more than just the August thing. I feel like immediately things are going your way in this 10th house. The way you're representing yourself nowadays is much more truthful. You had to kind of, in the last 4 months, really have faith in yourself, really learn to have faith in yourself. But this house is expanding for you. So you're going to be looked at and honored and have some things come through where people notice you and appreciate you. And I can feel like you're liking it. Like, I know Virgo can appreciate it and they don't need it like, Leo does, but they can relish in it. And I just feel like it's a good 10th house thing for you. Um, there is in this 11th house, because it's connected to this 11th house, this fate coming with groups, with people, with a networking of some sort is going to come through for you, Virgo. So, like, you're going to know the right people or be in the right place at the right time. That's here. You can't miss. You're going to have the right people around you, even as little as the Starbucks barista or whatever, your local coffee place barista that gives you a free coffee. Like, you're going to be in the right place at the right time, Virgo. Libra, this is your ninth house. So this really this has been an ongoing thing for you. You had to really, like, I hope you did in the last 4 months, understand what your belief system is. Is there more to this life than just this life? And if there is another side or other dimensions, or do these tools work? Do these modalities work? And how do I get them to work? And what is my place in that? Like, your belief system. Also, travel for you, because this is the ninth house. So if you had been making plans to travel and then it kind of got, because you were traveling before, then it kind of got slowed down. This is going to go through now. Yeah, this house is big for you. I mean, this house is big for everybody because it's Jupiter. But you're going to see something come through. And then Scorpio, this is your eighth house, right? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, so your eighth house. And this has to do with money, other people's money. Scorpio, I feel some people have like inheritances or something. I'm feeling like court things, and I feel like with this Jupiter, whatever had been stalled, or you thought it was stalled, it wasn't. It was going in your way. It's going to go, this is going to be a focus for you. So, I don't feel like you have to do a lot of work in it. I feel like you've been doing a lot of work in it. And then I feel like the fate, destiny's coming through with that. Um, because this is your ninth house, Scorpio, be true, protect yourself. You don't have a problem protecting yourself with other people that you don't love. It's the people that you love that you make allowances for. Pay attention. Yes, you can adapt a little, but don't go overboard and ignore the red flags, Scorpio. That's what you've been having to learn. Like, you first, and then your family and friends and your partners, okay? And now that you're learning this, but Mars is retrograde here, so pay attention. The word that y'all would use is protect yourself. What I'm saying is don't ignore the red flags, okay? Because you have good things coming here, but it's about teaching you to, like, Scorpio would be the one to, like, get $1 million and then give $900,000 to her family and friends, or his family and friends. Like, that's how you are. You just love those that you love deeply. You will give it all to them, right? And leave, I don't know, less than $100,000 for yourself, right? That's kind of how you are. What you're having to learn is, I need to be okay with me first. I need to make my solid foundation, and then I can help. Okay. because you've seen it over and over and over and over and over and over, Scorpio, where they didn't help when you were down. Okay? So this is this, but you have something good coming here. So you have some money, you have some, if you have an inheritance or you're in a course, I feel like that goes your way. Okay? I don't know why I'm doing a deeper reading. Well, I know why. It's because it's Scorpio. But let me move on. Jupiter for Sag is the seventh house. Okay. So this is your sister sign. This is getting bigger. This is expanding. The friends that you are now having around you, your understanding, you probably had some people drop out in this retrograde and figure out, and you stood your ground and you did your thing. But now that these are going forward, like you had been thinking about which ones you're going to let go of, whether it's partner, whether it's marriage, whether it's friends, whether it's business partners, right? Like, I think in this retrograde, and this, because this has to do with that dream in 2020, Sag, you're trying to be true to not just yourself, but your, like, really your life. Yeah. And with this seventh house, you realized that, um, you have a lot of people around you, but they're mostly the wrong people. That's what you were realizing, right? When Jupiter came in here. Now Jupiter's been in here. Now it went direct. Now it was then it was retrograde, and you had to think about: am I seeing the people for who they are, and who do I want around me? Right? That's that seventh house. So you probably had some people abandon you in this last whatever. Um, yeah, since 2020. You probably had some people try to betray you. You have luck. That's your thing. So try to betray you, but you see that it went really bad for them. And so in that retrograde, you were trying to figure that out. And now that it's direct, now that you're more clear about who you are and who you are in relationships and how you want them, I feel like this going forward, you're going to get a gift. You're going to get somebody that comes in your life, maybe somebody that come in your life. Um, yeah, that really wants the best for you, that doesn't want to take anything from you, that you guys vibe well together. Okay, whether that's in your business, whether that's in your love life, romance, friends, whatever is focused for you, you have you have something coming, right? So that's good, Sag. All right, Capricorn. This is in your fifth house, Cappy. You're rebuilding, Capricorn. You had Pluto for 16 years. Okay. This is the gift that Jupiter is helping you rebuild your life again with solid foundations. With this Neptune North Node, this Kazemi that's coming, this Saturn and Mars retrograde, you're having to learn again boundaries in this. But I feel like for you, this is you creating something. So whatever you started or thought about, uh, like, because you thought about a couple things in 2020 of December, and then it started sort of coming through in August of 2024, and then December you didn't think it was gonna do it, but it did it. Whatever this is, I'm feeling, and now it's gonna do it again. Like now you're gonna get the gifts for it. Okay, yeah, but this. So I'm hearing for the whole 16 years that your whole system was torn down. It was torn down. These structures, this belief, this understanding, this I tried so hard and I still got it broke. It was taken. It was whatever. Right? This is that luck and that miracle. I'm hearing miracles come through here. Okay? Yeah. So you should hear word, if not now, pretty soon. I mean, it should have already started opening up for you, for all of us. And then Aquarius, this is your fourth house. This is going to be a really big focus as you move through. This is your season. This is your next 20 years. This fourth house is like you understanding, and I'm going to be a little weird right now because I am Aquarius ascending, right? So I don't feel like it's just your DNA and where you came from. I feel like it's further than that. I feel like I feel like aliens. I feel like you discover that or you understand that better or you understand your connection to that or like that's what I'm understanding. I know that's weird. But that's what I'm getting with you. But it's not like every Aquarius. It's like if that's what's needed for you to understand that you live in this world now and there are things that you can do to bring it. So they're trying to get your genius back. Like some of you are really doubting yourself. You know it's time to come out. Now, on the surface, nobody thinks you're doubting yourself, but I'm talking about that deep. I'm going deeper, okay? It's like, am I really that way? Can I do that stuff? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, all that is highlighted for you. And you should be getting some direction and some clarity and some gifts in there, okay? This is important for some people, some Aquarians. I feel like those bridges that were burned, some people are going to repair, and I'm talking about your family, your family. So if you had an issue with your father or your mother and y'all aren't talking or whatever, like I feel like that bridge is they're building it. You're not building it. They're building it because you're not even looking at it. But I feel like yeah, I feel like this wound is going to get healed in here. Jupiter is very healing, very optimistic, very wise. Okay? So, yeah. Like I feel like maybe people that I'm talking about your family, maybe people that did you wrong, took money from you, comes back, and you weren't even focused on that anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Right? Yeah. So, Aquarius. One, two, three, one, three, four, five. Yeah. So Aquarius, one, two, three, four, five. Yeah. And Pisces, one, two, three, four. So this is your fourth house. Sorry. It's still the same thing though. That creating, that bringing to. Yeah, in Pisces, this is your fourth house. So let me say this again to Aquarius because it's um yeah, it's your fourth house. One, two, three, four, five. Why am I confusing that? This is your fifth house. So Aquarius is your fifth house. I'm so sorry. But it's still you creating. It's still you having gifts come in. But I was channeling just now and I'm feeling like some people are trying to like build the bridges for you. But this has to do with your happiness. Yes. Uh-huh. This has to do with your happiness, your joy. But I feel like for Aquarians, those of us that were trying to build something and saw the vision the way that we do in December 2020, it was coming to, we had some things come through in August of 2024. We had a couple of things come through in December and it kind of like threw us off kilter. Yeah, just know that that's going to start opening up again. So, whatever this focus is, but I was just channeling, so don't negate what I said about the family trying to build something because they're doing it because I felt like your focus wasn't even on that. But you may have some stuff coming through from them. And it's gonna be a surprise. I mean, it's gonna be like I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I wasn't even thinking about them, kind of deal, kind of deal. Okay. So Pisces with your fourth, this is your fifth house, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth house. I don't know why I'm getting the numbers wrong because I'm channeling. Okay. Pisces, fourth house. That is your DNA. Okay. That is this growing, this understanding, this who am I? Who am I in relation to where I came from? Who am I in relation to like, because Pisces, your who comes in front of you. That changes per person. And that's not every Pisces, but that can be some Pisces where um I don't want to make waves, so I'm going to be this way. I don't want to make waves, so I know to be a little this way with this person, or a little this way with this person, right? In this fourth house, you're really trying to understand the difference of you just making allowances for people, and you, when doing that, not honoring everything about yourself, but you need to know yourself, right? So this house, fourth house, where I've come from, why I do the things that I do, why I believe the way that I believe, right? You've been working on this. This is nothing new, right? What do I really want to do in this life? Because you see everything and every connection and you're like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. And so you get confused and it gets overwhelming. You finally turned inward for some wisdom and understanding of who you are. And from that point, I think this is where you're at right now. From that point, you're going to start getting some direction from yourself, from your higher self, from the planets helping you as to gifts, as to the money coming in, as to the friendships coming in, as to your life moving on and not being at a standstill. I hope that makes sense, Pisces. You've got destiny in your house, okay? You can't go wrong. You never have gone wrong, but you're actually finally starting to live again. Because some of y'all have been devastated, decimated. Yeah, your poor little hearts. Yeah. Okay, does that make sense? I just wanted to talk about Jupiter real quick because I didn't get to talk about him too much yesterday. Um, but that's sort of what's going to be happening till Jupiter, and there's going to be more. But as Jupiter comes about, all those things that were stalled for all of us, that were stalled, that made us look at it, we started looking at a different direction because we were like, well, as usual, our dream starts and then it stops. You know, some of us say that. Or I thought it was going to happen one way, but it didn't. And whatever, I don't want you to get discouraged. That's the reason I did that video in October or September or whenever I did it. It's because I did not want you, because I knew by this time we were going to be a little discouraged and not focused. I need y'all to refocus on that dream. I need y'all to get your energy back on that dream of yours. Y'all have, what you don't realize is that that you've laid foundations, okay? And you're continuing to lay foundations like one square at a time, because this foundation is not going to go away. This foundation is not going to have the tower moment. Not this foundation. We're doing it a very different way. Very different way. Okay? So, thank you guys for joining. I hope that helps. And let me know if you guys like this or not. I don't want to do every day because sometimes the planets are just saying what they said yesterday because they need you to hear them. But just to get on here real quick and kind of let people know what's going on. And then I will cut this down and make it a video. So I appreciate you listening and watching. Hi, Karina. Did I say hi to Karina? And Tina, did I say hi to you? I really started channeling. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye.